Hello fam, welcome to another news update from Niger News Manga. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Today's update is loaded, starting with the CIA's confirmation that Nigerian President Bola Tinubu is an active asset of the agency. In a shocking revelation on Monday, the Central Intelligence Agency CIA confirmed that Nigeria's sitting president, Bola Tinubu, is an active asset of the agency. The confirmation came during a filing in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, where the CIA, along with the FBI and the DRUG Enforcement Administration, DEA, opposed a civil lawsuit concerning the release of President Tinubu's DRUG trafficking investigation records. The lawsuit was filed by Nigerian investigative journalist David Hundeyi in collaboration with Plainsight founder Aaron Greenspan, seeking to have certain redactions removed from previously released files related to President Tinubu's alleged involvement in DRUG trafficking. So Hundeyi and Greenspan were seeking to have certain elements that were previously removed from President Tinubu's DRUG investigation records to be included or added back. The CIA has opposed their request because, according to them, releasing full unredacted information about Tinubu's ties to the agency would violate privacy rights, a stance that was supported by the DRUG Enforcement Administration. Both agencies argued that while Nigerians have the right to be informed about government activities, they do not have the right to access sensitive information about the president's involvement in international DRUG trafficking investigations. I.e., while Nigerians have a right to be informed about what their government is up to, they do not have a right to know what the president is up to. Okay. Nigerian News Manga is a bit surprised, because the US government peddles transparency when it suits them, but they look the other way when it doesn't. Because we all know the American people know everything about their president. In fact, the whole world knows everything about the American president. So, for example, what can be more private than medical records? Still, Americans have access to their president's medical records. In fact, the whole world does, right? Anyway, that's that about that. Let's move on. Now, moving on, excuse me. News coming out of Edo State indicates that outgoing Governor Obaseki handed over to the new Governor Okpebholo on Monday, also granting pardon to 10 inmates with less than 1 year to serve their terms in correctional centers in the state. Nigerian News Manga is happy to hear this development because that is what democracy is about. Now, as for the pardon, well, eniba daomi si waju atele tutu, which means if you prepare for a soft landing, you will get it. But that doesn't extend to EFCC or Oga Obaseki. We are still expecting you to report to their office ASAP. In fact, even Okowa has been expecting you, since you made that first declaration. Anytime Okowa buys Mama Put, he buys your own because he's been expecting you. Nigerian News Manga also attended the swearing-in ceremony.
Integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy. Contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will exercise the authority. Vested in me as governor. So as not to impede or prejudice. The authority lawfully invested.
Did you notice the mic went off several times, and another times too it seemed we couldn't hear what the new governor was saying? What's going on? Now wow, wahala, it be like Auntie Ramota wig. Mm. Nigerian newsmonger also gathered that Prince Kazim Afegwa, a member of the APC Transition Committee, raised concerns about the state of government vehicles, claiming many had been removed from service and taken by government officials. As we speak, there is only one functional vehicle left at the Edo State Government House. Is this how an outgoing government prepares for a peaceful transition? EFCC, over to you. On more news from Nigeria, Evangelist Ebuka Obi of Zion Ministry reveals that he is still a virgin, keeping one of the three promises he made to God to remain a virgin until he gets married. He said while he was growing up, one Reverend Father Luke Odinkemelu advised him to remain a virgin until marriage in a bid to sustain the grace and power of God upon him. The Reverend Father also told him not to be money minded and not to leave the Catholic Church, saying if he kept these three things, he would go far. The evangelist said he has never dated before, never had sex with any woman, and that any woman who says she has had sex with him should speak up. The evangelist also shared that he is waiting to hear the voice of God on the matter, and he had prayed for 100 days last year to hear from God, but there was no sign. For the ladies who have been eyeing our fine Bobo evangelist, you have heard it all. He's not in a hurry and he's not available. It appears the last time he prayed about it was last year. So, as we said, he's not in a hurry. Hello, Mumi Suru. I will inform you when we get an update. In a related development, Pastor Sam Adeyemi of the Daystar Church has come out with very sound advice for men. It's not the length that matters, but the effectiveness. He also advised men against being pressured to perform, stressing that when it comes to intimacy, skills matter beyond size. If you're a young guy, let me encourage you because it is there. It's all over the internet now. Are they not there? Everywhere you look, you will see either medicine or one Chinese method of elongating your equal. He went further to convince men to wait until marriage to engage in sex. So you can see that Nigerian Newsmonger is bringing you very sound spiritual advice. If you like, go and use Chinese method. Or but at least you will not say Nigerian Newsmonger did not warn you. Also coming from Nigeria is a report that Musiliu Akinsoya, better known as MC Oluomo, has assumed his new role as the national president of the NURTW, marking a significant moment in the transport union's leadership. The news was shared on social media by his son, Ido, popularly known as King West. Celebrities have been lining up to congratulate MC, including Iyabo Ojo. Nigerian Newsmonger too is also sending congratulatory messages to MC. Àátún sọ pé pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ because everybody knows that MC has close political connections to those in power in Nigeria. According to Ebenezer Obi, ayé la bá, ayé la ó fi sílẹ̀ sí, dúró náà wẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ wò. I know you people are tripping over my voice. Thank you, Jerry. Now, on more news out of Nigeria, a Nigerian senator's wife ordered policemen in her convoy to arrest and torture a skit-maker for criticizing her husband over bad roads and poor health facilities. In a skit, the skit-maker Nafiu Hassan said that many of the roads are now KILLING zones due to their bad state. Thereafter, personnel of the Taraba State Police Command, acting on the orders of Hajia Fatima Lau, who is the wife of the senator representing Taraba North Senatorial District, Shaibu Issa Lau, arrested and detained the skit-maker for several days. Hajia Fatima's husband, Lau, is a member of the PDP and is also the Deputy Senate Minority Leader. Sources say or said Hajia Fatima accused the skit-maker of, in quote, cyber stalking and criminal character assassination. Nigerian Newsmonger gathered that Hassan was TURED and released on Sunday. We also gathered this is not the first time Hajia Fatima is maltreating people in the state. There was an incident of two boys passing at the same time as her convoy, and one of the boys mistakenly touched the car. leading the convoy, which was moving slowly due to traffic. Out of annoyance, Hajia Fatima called the police to arrest the boy, and he was detained for 3 weeks. She also once ordered soldiers to bulala about 10 people who went to visit her husband at home. She chased them away, claiming there was one person amongst them she didn't like. They were exchanging words with her, and then she ordered soldiers to assault them. The soldiers followed all the individuals to their homes and bulalad them mercilessly. To Hajiya Fati, ki hakuri fa, an ce hakuri maganin duniya. Now to news reports from England confirming the resignation of Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, over child abuse allegations. The Archbishop, who is the global head of the Anglican Church, resigned on Tuesday following a review that revealed senior church leaders, including him, covered up the abuse of over 100 boys and young men. The abuse was perpetrated by a British lawyer, John Smith, who led Christian summer camps in the United Kingdom and other countries during the 70s and 80s. The independent review released last week found that despite repeated efforts by individuals to bring Smith's actions to light, the response from the Church of England was inadequate, amounting to a cover-up. Smith, that's the alleged abuser, died in South Africa in 2018 without facing any legal proceedings, and he had abused the boys and young men under his care for decades. The review revealed that the church's failure to act enabled Smith to continue his abuse in the UK and abroad. In a statement announcing his resignation, the Archbishop regretted the church's failures. In quote, the last few days have renewed my long felt and profound sense of shame at the historic safeguarding failures of the Church of England. His resignation came amid growing criticism from victims and other church leaders who alleged he was part of a cover-up of the abuse. Nigerian newsmonger gathered that the Archbishop, who crowned the current King of England, Charles, also exchanged private words with the King, who approved the resignation process. These are the same people that brought Christianity to Africa. No wonder a lot of them don't, they don't go to church anymore because they've seen these things, right? Anyways, moving on to Entertainment Boulevard. A lot has happened, starting with Bobrisky's lamentations about the injuries he sustained during his last arrest and encounter with EFCC officials. Sharing graphic photos of the injuries, the cross-dresser expressed frustration and pain over the alleged incident. In a caption accompanying the photos, Bobrisky lamented, "Can't get over what EFCC staff did to me." He added, "You did this to a soul who isn't a criminal, a soul that haven't done anything." Bobrisky, are you talking about just yourself or all the things where you take join body? Because if you're talking about just you, then it should be a soul that hasn't done anything. Anyway, well, let me God heal you. Bobrisky also showered praises on the mystery man in his life, who he calls his godfather. In a recent Instagram post, he thanked the godfather for saving his life and getting him to safety, calling him a father and a husband. He prayed to have a womb in the next life so he can have a child for the mystery man. Reacting to comments, the crossdresser also fired messages at his fans and critics alike, who claimed he was still in Nigeria, promising to come for their next soon. Next, Nigerian newsmonger cited Portable complaining about Tiwa exposing a little bit too much skin, saying she appeals to him nonetheless. Portable, ọwọ́ mi ò tó máa fi gàngàn máa fi fa lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn o. Portable said, "He did enter my eye, make I no lie. The day I met Tiwa Savage and I hugged her, it felt like I hugged a mermaid and was being swept away. But someone should tell her to calm down with the NAKED outfits." Tiwa Savage, the singer, added, "I swear to God, you are appealing to me. You've been bad since you were 19 and you're still a bad girl at 40. You're still wearing panties at 40. Okay. Well, Tiwa is free to show as much skin as she wants, especially since she's single, right? And besides, she's in entertainment. Well, Tiwa, Sisiwa, carry on, Jari, and let you bad. We are waiting to see more bad photos of you. We can even tell you where to buy the baddest patterns. Nigerian newsmonger, go pile. In a related story, a man selling Birkin bags in Lagos traffic for 2.5 million claims Tiwa also buys from him. Odeniye o. Eh? Are you trying to say our celebrity is buying fake bags? Oga, the cheapest Birkin bag cost $10,000, which is about 18 million. So we don't know where this guy is getting his own for 2.5 million, and also claiming that Tiwa also buys from him. On a final note, Nigerian newsmonger came across a video of KSA, the Baba himself, King Sunny Ade, demonstrating Baltasar style. Hey, Baba go bumpai o. We were busy hailing Baltasar, not knowing that he copied from a veteran. Anyway, on that note, we'll see you in the next update. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.